Okay, got my glue. I got the small half. Okay, now everywhere here, I'm going to show you, we're going to put glue down. And their stuff works a little bit like contact cement. So, one little bead around here in the holes. Don't put it in these two spots here where you're going to put your rod for your motor. Okay. Glue all over these parts. Okay. Now I get my spreader stick. I'm going to make sure nice thin layer over all the foam now. Just going to join the edge. So these edges I'm doing. Okay, see? All nice spread over there. I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to get the other half. I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to spread. Now, grab my trusty stick, and again, I'm going to spread this glue out over all this foam, nice. And let it dry a little bit. We treat it like contact cement. It works really good. I don't think they recommend that, but I find that put the fuselage together too soon, sometimes you have too much glue. So if you let it dry, set up a bit before, got it all nice everywhere now. Plus it dries faster. If you put it together now, when it's wet, it seems to take it forever for the glue inside the foam to dry. But if you really get tacky now, and it's set up and get nice and tacky, and actually dry. I'll let it get actually dry. I'll show you. We'll be right back. Okay. While the fuselage is getting tacky, I'm going to set it aside. And bring our ailerons that we glued the other day. My wing. Now, I'm going to test fit the ailerons and see if they fit in the wing. So, we glued the hinges into the one side. We already cut the holes in the wing. Now we're just going to test fit by sliding the hinges in the little holes. Look at that. Okay, the other side. After we test fit, we're going to glue our ailerons on. Look at that, see? That's nice, eh? Look up there. So there. Now, we'll be able to install the ailerons right away. Okay, after test fitting them, make sure they move good. Lots of movement. I'm going to take it back out. Get my trusty old GWS glue here. Okay, and now I'm going to glue all 3 hinges. Now this glue does get tacky quite quick, so when you're doing this, I recommend that you do it quickly. Be careful you don't get too much on there. Not too much on that one. Okay. Now the glue on the paper. Go back. Slide the hinges in. Uh-oh. There. Now slide it in. Make sure it's centered. Then make sure it moves. If it comes away a little bit, that's okay. Just make sure it can move. Okay. Get that one glue. The other side. Take off. We'll take our trusty GWS glue. These are the hinges we glued last night. Right, now, you know it fits good because we just had it on. Very carefully. Slide the glued hinges back in. Okay. Pretty nice. Make sure it's got the movement you want. And I'll set that aside. There. There. There's the ailerons attached to the wing. Now I'm going to put the wing aside, let that dry. And the elevator and the rudder. We glued the wire in here to strengthen these 2 pieces. I'm going to put it here. We cut the edges, make sure it's centered nicely. And we'll put little black dots on each one. So I guess hinge just outside the wire. Just outside the other one. Make sure that you mark your hinges on the outside of that wire, because you can't cut and put a hinge in where the wire is. See? I mark mine just outside the wire. That way you can have the hinges. Now remember how we cut the wing. We're going to have to cut these pieces right in the center. Get these cuts done. We'll have to get 4 paper hinges. We'll put the hinges in. Later, now remember to be right in the center of the wing when you're doing this. Otherwise your elevator will be a little high or low. Whew. I didn't mark that very well. That's okay. Put these cut nice in the center. There.